Can you hear me now? Check, check, check. Oh, there we go. Okay. We're good. Yeah, I was literally saying, of course, muted. I'm like, yeah, hopefully everything's all set up because I basically rushed to get everything ready because I started the stream 3 minutes or so ago and I didn't even have my camera set up. So, yeah, I've had to take some stuff down in the studio here because of the new job, right? So I got to take some lights and stuff over to the guy's house to record videos for him. So, which is taken away from making videos from you guys, but you know, whatever pays the bills, right? So, hey, David, how's it going? I'm here thinking my system settings are all messed up. Yeah, right? But no, it was me. So, I am actually planning to make an AI miniseries, hopefully this week, because I'm done all like the content for this guy for the month, so I should have a week here where I can just work on that. I don't know if hopefully I can get like all 4 done or whatever, but it's going to be a lot of prep for me, so I might not even get the next couple videos done, but I will find time to record those, so yeah, because I haven't dropped anything for a while here, so I want to keep you guys entertained and learning. Alright, we are going to go straight into revision control, actually. What? He's stealing our video time? Of course, of course. But yeah, I mean, he's paying me decent money to do what I was already doing, but for myself, I guess. But yeah, significantly better than the job I was at before. So Azura and I were just talking about that yesterday. But what am I doing here? Open revision control, connect to revision control, start diversion agent, sup shadow chatter, Eduardo. Oh, see. Eduardo is not in the top chat. I'm offended that he's not in the top chat because he's in every stream. He's the biggest, dono contributor. He's like really active in the community on the Discord. So I switched to live chat so I can see shadow chatter. Hey TG, welcome. Oh wait, I mean Eddie, welcome. All right, so let's start by looking at some stuff in the Discord because again, I haven't been super active because of that job. It's just been taking over my life. I had to make 2 long forms, a little bit more intricate than the ones I make for myself, and then 10 shorts, and then I had to edit a podcast as well. So it was quite a bit of stuff going on, so I haven't had much time to look at the Discord or much. But last night I saw in the Bionic chat, I think is what it was, some stuff people were like wanting to put in the game. This is awesome. This should go in the game 100%. Oh, this is super badass. I just saw 8 materials and he's like biting the guy. That's so good. If those animations are included, that's freaking awesome, dude. So yeah, this 100% should go in there. I think that was the start of it. What's this guy here? Oh my god. That's ridiculous. Yeah, if you guys find anything else like that, let me know, or like just post it in the Bionic chat. I think this is all great stuff. TG, I can explain stuff if you want to hop on a call. I have some links up there. We don't have to hop on a call, it's all good. Explain stuff in terms of this, or in terms of the project? I just scrolled up, BSG, all fat is here, that's so good. Eddie, I'll try to stay around today, but I'm busy as heck. I got some deliveries out the door, but tomorrow I should have most of the day for Bionic Smash related stuff. Rayborg out the door first. Nice, man. Awesome. Hopefully you got Diversion working for you there. I invited another one of our Sovereign members over, to the Diversion, so he's gonna contribute some stuff there, which is awesome. So we'll go to Bionic Smash, Maps. Let's look at the test level. Because we'll see if there's anything new. Is there anything new in here, everybody? Can't remember. Because we were starting to work on our actual level last time. And that was pretty fun. We could probably just continue doing that, to be honest. We do need to start doing abilities, but yeah, again, I just have had literally 0 time to plan anything out or anything like that, so I apologize for that. But anyways, tagged you in the fab links. Copy that. Let's have a look. Right there, I have this combat magic animations. Well, we should figure out what the abilities are first, I guess, hey? And this dude, let's have a look at this dude. I think... Oh, I see. I personally like the other one better. I think this one's a little bit too detailed, I guess. Like, compared to what we already have, right? So, yeah, I think this is, like, similar to what we have already, so this would kind of fit the vibe a bit better. Oh, yeah, he does come with 25 animations, including the bite ones. That's so good. Emissive material incidents. Nice. Yeah, I think this should go in for sure. But, yeah, it costs real money. Unless you already have it. Again, you're working on the project with us, right? So... Huh. Okay, well, we'll clear that out. And then here's some other ones. Height maps. Oh, okay. Well, we fixed that last time, didn't we? We kind of got what we wanted. Oh, auto layer is what you're looking for. Okay. Did you make an auto layer? Because I think I mentioned that last time. A scavenger drone. I don't know if we should add this, question mark, because it's like very similar to the attack drone, but at the same time, you know, I like the idea of a scavenger drone, possibly. It's pretty high detailed, too. But anyways, yeah. Those are good. Yeah, the dog's my favorite by far. Dogborg was free for the month, Fab, so most of us should have it. Oh, what? Is it still free for the month? What is free for the month this year? Or this month? Discover... It's like a community, right? Something like that. Oh, no, not community, pardon me. Discover... Limited time free. Let's see what they are. You know what? I might get this for one of my games. Yep. Bye now. Move that off the screen. What else is there? Let's see. Sorry, I'll add to cart first, and then we'll keep looking, I guess. What else there is? Ultimate difficulty scaling. Huh. I mean, might as well, right? At least see how it works. Pack of tree ints. Sure. Why not? Just like a random enemy variants. Does it come with AI? What's rigged animations? Nice. Or it doesn't come with AI, you know what I mean. Animations. This is what I meant. Sure. I'll buy all those because I'll forget to do that now. Or later, sorry. Add to library. Great. View in my library. Did I get them all? I'm confused. I did. Okay, sweet. Okay, so yeah, sorry, a little sidetrack there, but YoTG, always choose the professional version before adding the free things in your carts. Yes, that's correct, I guess. Fair enough. I mean, I'm probably not going to use much of any of those. Maybe this one, possibly. But the stylized village, possibly. But like I said, yeah, it's... You can always upgrade later, and if you're making enough money to need the professional license, I'm sure you can pay for it at that point, so... But anyways, alright, so, close that. Alright, let's get back into the game here. So, David mentioned he fixed the minimap, or he adjusted the minimap based on how I said. So that's cool, let's have a look at that. There, see, okay, perfect. And then did that fix our little issue with the map we had before? It didn't. It's still attached that widget to me. I wonder if, when we go into the enemy base... enemies... Enemy base... Do we remove that from parents on when we die? stops all logic, blah, 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 destroys components. Oh, we destroyed the component, but we didn't remove it from parent, so let's do that. So, health bar, get widget, because we have to get the actual widget, I believe. And then we have to remove from parents. There we go. So we'll put that in here instead. That should actually fix that. Let's have a look. Yeah, the waypoint looks really great. What is that black spot over me? Biggest hitch of all time, I guess. I don't know what's going on there. But, computer froze. Speaking of computer, I've been having issues with my computer shutting off randomly, and I discovered it's because it's too hot. So I bought a new case. Hopefully that'll fix the problem, but I do need to upgrade some parts. I just don't have any funds right now, so. TG sync the project. This is the old version. Okay. Send and restart. And where's diversion? Okay, agent started, great. And we'll just wait for this to start back up, I guess. And don't even need to give credit, or so I read in the license terms once. Oh, that's crazy, what? Sorry, I'm just reading Eddie's comments. Says you can and don't need to pay for the professional license if you get the indie one. You qualify for below 100K income criteria. Even if you go later go after that income, you're good. Oh, okay. Well, nice. Well, yeah, company income is definitely under 100K. So, we'll say no. We are connected to revision control, it says. Okay, sweet. This is the old version, hey? Or was the old version, I should say. Is that why it crashed? It's like, wait, I don't know. Maps, test map. Let's have a look. Oh, okay, nice. I didn't know that. I was just reading Eddie's comment there. I did not know that. Is this the new version? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that looks really good. I like our little player character there. That's freaking awesome. We have to add the enemy one still, I guess? That is cool that we see the thing, though, hey? Bionic Smash, Core, Characters, Enemies, Enemy Base. Map. Oh, you put it in as a component, that's right, so... Did you make a component for the other one? Or is that it? Broadcast HUD marker. They should be added. I had an issue like that recently. Turned out it was past due to replace thermal paste on my CPU. Wish I would have done that first because I didn't have any indicators. 1 PS later and new paste, I'm gold. Yeah, totally. I do need to upgrade my system anyway. I realized yesterday that my CPU is like 6 years old. I was like, oh Christ, I guess I should upgrade that. Hey. Okay, broadcast. This is great. You can tell David watches all my content because he's using all the stuff I've shown. Hey, thanks, David. No, it's okay. Finalized missionized actor. Okay. Well, I'll leave that in your more than capable hands there, David, because you obviously know your system a little bit better than me, and I don't want to dissect it for half an hour just to add the one thing there. So. But yeah, that's fine. Minimap looks great. I love it. Tinge red, but that's fine. Well, it's red until it's not. I'm confused. Yeah, because, like, they look fine, right? They're yellow, but whatever, I'm sure the material maybe will look fine. We'll see. Anyways, okay, so that's pretty cool. Let's go back into our level here, and we'll start making it out again. Maps, biomap, right? I can add a commit if you want. Sure. Yep. 100%. Yeah, exactly. RS Zadie. Where was that comment? Oh yeah, RS80 said, "Gotta read the T and C. You only need the pro version at the time of purchase if you're over the threshold. If you buy the professional, then the next day you hit the threshold, you're still good." Cool. All right. So, well, that's pretty much what everybody does anyway. They just buy no one ever thinks they're gonna make over 100K, right? So they're just doing the what's it called anyway? All right. So, anyways, all right, we got our level here that we're blocking out, and we ended off here. Let's just play test it. This is super not. We're missing some stuff. Oh shit. Okay. My blockouts disappeared. Right. So that they're not in here anymore. So plugins. Shit. I probably got to do this, to be honest. Fab, because I added it from plugins that were installed on my engine and not on the actual project, so, I just gotta find it in my library here. And then add it to the project. I think that's what we gotta do. This is all the stuff I have in my library. Where... I saw you, didn't I? Maybe not. It wouldn't be that far down. I bought it there it is, right here. View and launcher. Do I have to... Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that's too bad. Unless... View in my library, can I... here, I might have to do it this way. I don't need that. So I need to go to... We'll close this. Do I need to restart after? Probably. We'll see here. Open this up. This one. And then we need to find Epic Games, and then we need to find 7. Engine, I think, and then plugins? Yeah, there we go. Where are they? Because they're obviously here, right? Or they're in my specific one. Editor? Huh. I'm not sure where I would find those. Maybe I should actually go to my library. We'll find it. Blockiness. Black. Okay, forget it then. Okay, Unreal Library. Right here. Installed to engine. Oh, okay. Oh, well, they're already installed. Yeah, of course. I want to know where they are so I can copy them to a plugins folder on our thing here. Right? Good God. Does anyone know, yeah, where do you find... I thought it would be in that folder I was just in. Hey, in plugins? But it's not. Should be inside the Marketplace folder. Plugins Marketplace. Okay, let's check it out. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm gonna copy all this here and copy. And then we'll go and open a new one here, and we'll go to our Bionic Smash folder, and we'll go to our content, and then we'll do a new folder called plugins. Paste. And then I'll commit that so everyone's got access to that stuff. Perfect, okay. Imports, I'm assuming it's talking about the plugin, so let's cancel that, alright. Did it work? Let's see. Contents, plugins. Maps, blah, 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 blah. That's not really what I was looking for, was it? Because we have, like, maps and stuff, and oh, that's the overview, I see. Blueprints, messages, nothing in there. Source, resources. Okay, I mean, that's all of them, so, yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully that works. We have to still enable it, possibly? I'm not sure. There's already a plugins folder. Where? Where? I made this one, didn't I? Yeah, I just made that one. Just one sec here, I'm just looking at this. So yeah, I did add all the stuff, I just didn't, oh, Unreal Engine Editor Blockout Tools. Okay, so I did add something somewhere there. Because yeah, trust me, that whole thing makes level creation way friggin' easier, to be honest. Contents... Well, it wouldn't be in content, it'd be in... Not in here. Okay. Yeah, I guess I don't know how to do that. Add a plugin to the community thing here. Hi, TG. Vivin K Sai? Vivek Sai? Is that how you say your name? Just want to make sure I'm saying it right. Hey, hi, TG. I'm a student. What would you say is the best way to learn Unreal Engine? Open the engine and use it. You know, come up with a small concept or an idea that's like very basic. A lot of people make the mistake of doing stuff that's too broad or too big, and then they get demotivated because it's so intimidating. But yeah, just start with something small, like how do I do fall damage? You know, how do I do blah blah blah, and just start creating stuff in Unreal Engine there. Outside the content folder in file expo. Oh, okay. Outside the content folder. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay. So is that where you add it? Anyways, you said you sent me a message too, so let's check that out. What do you got here, David? I see. Okay. Yeah, maybe I just put it in the wrong spot, possibly? Okay, well, actually, I'm gonna open this up. Okay, you plugin. Oh, is that what you do? Do you put that straight into the what's it called? The plugins folder? Well, I'll cut that and I'll do what you just said there, David. Right here. Okay. Let's open another program. Well, we'll close that, and then we will close this. Try again. I gotta wait. What's this? Save content, don't save. Try again. Try again. Try again. Oh my god, just move the fucking folder. It's closed. There we go. Jesus. Alright, so I'll delete that plugins folder then. Okay, we're here. Plugins. That's there. Alright. You know, fingers crossed it actually works. Perfect. Okay. Anyways, hopefully you guys are having a good time this week in Unreal Engine. Let me know what you guys are working on. I know what David's working on. Bionic Smash. It's really great seeing everybody in the community kind of come together. Jordan Workings on Twitch says, "Hey, Taken, how you doing today? Thanks. I'm great, man. We are trying to get this blockout tool in here so we can start building our goddamn level here." Nitrous Oxide says, "You want your plugins folder to be in the root, not in the contents folder." Copy that. Sounds great. Yeah, you can tell I haven't worked in a team much. It's just been basically me, right? So, I haven't done a lot of stuff with Diversion and using plugins and stuff. But so yeah, that makes total sense. Yes, my name is Vivek. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the stream. We got. So learning by doing is the better way. Yes, absolutely. Like, you know, there's a lot of tutorials out there that suck ass because they just say, oh yeah, here's how you do blah, blah, blah. And then you, open the, you know, follow their tutorial and then you finish that tutorial and then you realize you didn't really actually, like, learn anything. You were just following what they were doing and that's not how you learn, right? So you just gotta learn by doing. Use tutorials as kind of more of a guide than anything. When I made my first inventory system, I followed Ryan Lawley's thing for like 6 episodes. I think it had 18 episodes total, but like I just got the gist of it and then I just went off on my own and just made one, right? So yeah, that's how you're gonna learn Unreal Engine, is for you to actually do the stuff, right? Okay, oh look, the blockout tools are there. Let's fucking go, buds. Let's fucking go, buds. Alright. Let's just quickly add in back what we had last time from our blockout tools here. So we'll go blockout backs. And make it, I think we did, oh no, we did 1,000 by 1,000 or something like that for the building base. And then like, I don't know, 6,000 tall. This is something stupid. It's a city, right? So we don't need to do that tall, maybe 4,000 will be sufficient. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll just move this over here so it's right up against the building. I think we want to see, you know, when we first start out, we want to see the cityscape here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we want to leave a little bit here because, like I said, when we start out, we gotta load all the textures and stuff. Stand by. Thanks, TG. You gave me confidence. Yeah, man. Don't be afraid. It's just a game engine, right? It's not gonna hurt you too hard, I guess. It'll just hurt your soul once you get into doing stuff, but okay, I did pre-make these building sizes. Didn't I? I did, eh? I did, eh? So I'm gonna do the same thing for this, but use the blockout tool, and then we can basically just essentially start over. Okay, so we'll do this one. Will be 1,500 by, we'll say 2,000 there. Okay, that's one. Guess we'll do 1,000. I do want like varying heights, right? I don't want everything to just be like one small plane or something. Let's do 500 by that, sure, and that'll be, you know, 1,000. It'll be like a little market or something, a little shop. So remember, we made our player metrics in the test level, which is exactly what we want to do when we're making a level. We want to make sure we're adhering to our player metrics so that our player can jump on the things we wanted them to jump on and blah, 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 right? These are just buildings that are going to outline the kind of level, right? So we don't need to necessarily worry too much about that, but for the player metrics, we're just trying to get a couple of nice shapes here. Maybe what we'll do here instead, can I, instead of the box, let me duplicate this and let me rotate this. We're not going to make this like a, what's it called? We're not going to make this a, like a instant static mesh or anything like that. These are all instant static meshes anyway, by default, but in this plugin, I believe. So, but, we'll just group these together just because, this is supposed to be a blockout. We're not actually creating the assets yet or anything like that. So we don't need to worry about doing any of this optimization stuff. So, let's do that somewhat again, but we'll do a T building this time. And we'll make this one a bit shorter. Say like 300, something like that, right? Looks good. Group those up. And what other kind of buildings do we want? You know, we might as well, you know, continue our Tetris ways here. Let's make a little T building here. So we'll do 500 like that, and then we will duplicate that and rotate that. There we go. Perfect. Thought you forwarders don't want our tea. Hey man, I like English breakfast. Right? It's good. It's good tea flavor. And you're probably they probably don't even sell that there. It's like, what the hell is that? Westerner tea, right? TG, make a commit. Well, feck. Fine. David's my boss, everybody. Added blockouts tools. Malice Studio, hi, welcome to the stream. Nitrous Oxide, Ryan is awesome. Yeah, Ryan's great. There's 2 Unreal channels that I really like. I do like his stuff. He's just a little dry to listen to sometimes, but he's super knowledgeable and yeah, a good resource for Unreal Engine. The other one is Ali Alizo. I think his channels are honestly great, or his videos, sorry. They go into really great detail, they have great visuals, all that kind of stuff. It's a great channel, you know, so I learn a lot of stuff even from his stuff. Even if I know what, you know, he released one, it's like Boolean versus Tag. Obviously, I made a video about that over a year ago, and that's one of the best videos on my channel, but, you know, so I know a lot of stuff about those 2 things, but I watch his videos anyway, because I'm going to learn something regardless, right? So, and hopefully, you know, you guys watching my videos are thinking the same thing, right? So I kind of try to model, you know, I take a bit of his style of videos and then put my own spin on it in a sense, because I do like how he kind of goes into detail about stuff, right? So, anyways, okay, so there's some basic building shapes. We can obviously adjust them as we go just to fit our actual thing here, so we'll start this over here. So that's our player starts. We're not going to have anything behind us. I think we should... Like, this is going to be the most nonsense city ever. Like, it's just not going to make any sense. It's just like, why are they putting a building there, right? Doesn't... Yeah. So we'll keep that at 500. And then we will stretch this out to here. And then we'll take this one and we'll duplicate that. Okay. We did want to make a little alleyway here. For some reason, I can't remember. I think just the visual of it, possibly. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we'll put some barricades up and stuff, right? Because we have those available to us. Right here. Actually, window blockout railing. Oh, these are all not touching the ground, kind of. There we go. Oh, whoa, they were really not touching the ground. Something like that looks pretty good, and then we'll drag this guy back over here. So, there, and then I'll just, can I make this taller? Railings, skew elevation. That's the section length. Looks like we can't, do that, so we'll just scale it up here like this. You know, some sort of gates of some variety, and we'll do the same thing over here. Whoops. So yeah, I've gotten more into like level design stuff recently, and it's super fun, to be honest. Yeah, I love it. It's great. You know, I love doing systems too, but this is just, I don't know, just something about this. It's making your game come together, right? So. You guys are all saying hey. Nice. These live streams of real development time is honestly probably one of the best learning resources. Just watching it all happen, watching mistakes happen, solutions worked out all in real time. Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, you know, I say this all the time about like social media these days is like honestly the worst thing ever. Like, other than YouTube, I don't do any social media whatsoever, and then I've obviously now with my job, I gotta go on Instagram and stuff a little bit for his stuff, but yeah, it's just not great. Like, people go on there and they see, like, you know, they're comparing themselves to everybody else's highlight reel, and it's like kind of the same thing with tutorials. It's like, you know, I feel super far behind because this person's able to effortlessly do blah, 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 but it's like they're cutting out all the times when they, oh, this doesn't work right, or, oh, I forgot to do that, and then they fix it, and then they cut that out, right? And then they look god tier, right? It just drives me crazy. That's why, like, in most of my videos, I don't edit that stuff out. Like, if I make a mistake, I'm like, oh, shit, I didn't do this, or whatever. Like, it's just a human part of developing a video game. So, and life in general, to be honest. Okay, the next one should be this one over here. Okay, and then I guess we'll do one of these other buildings right here. Let's shrink it down to 500 by 500. By 25, sure. Stick that right up against here. I'll delete those buildings when I get down there. Okay, so, you know what? Let's put a secret there. We don't have any secrets yet, but let's put a secret there for sure. We'll keep this open, but we'll have to fence off the, first off, sorry, I guess we should be in landscape mode here too. Let's go, so we want to flatten this out. Flatten target will be this. We just want to flatten this out a little bit more. Do we have... Oh, fall off. Yeah, we want, like, basically 0 fall off for this, because, yeah, we gotta create a railing. Like, we're trying to make this, like, what's it called? Like, we'll build this up a little bit with, you know, we'll put a floor there and all that kind of stuff, and we'll make it look nice, but yeah. So, yeah, we'll put a secret there for sure. And, we'll put, some railings here. Railings. Something like that. Is that on? Yeah, we'll fix it all after there. Guess we gotta come out a little bit more, hey, with the landscape. See, this is why you block shit out, right? The grid always helps. There we go. Wish you could do different brush size, or brush shape, I should say. Alright, so let's take this, and then we just need to increase the number of segments. Not that many, that's why it was all crazy. Oh yeah, there, it went way down, okay. Something like that, perfect. We'll just put a new one out here so we don't have to deal with the instant static meshes. There it is. This is why the blockout tool is king. It's freaking awesome. Alright, anyways, yeah, secret right there, because people like to explore, right? But when you first start the game, the point I was trying to make before, we load in, it's very obvious, as a player, where we're gonna go, right? Camera's behind the player, we're looking forward, we're gonna probably, you know what, we might even just leave, we might even just not put any buildings here. And we can see the cityscape, we can see, like, you know, we can have enemies in the background, like, shooting down stuff on the city, and there's, like, smoke and fire, and there's, like, obviously chaos. It's very obvious why you're here as a terminal gauntlet type. If that's what we named it, right? Oh, if we're doing game bits, then I'm a CLP4PTP steward bot, but my friends call me Claptrap. Or they would, if any of them were still alive, or had existed in the first place. Yeah. Peace, peace, I'll use it once the slain the foes that threaten us. Yeah, right? Just reading some comments here. Nitrous, it's a tradition thing for us. Oh, yeah. See everyone resolute and die. I hate the competitive shit. Yeah, 100%. Social media sucks in all aspects. Yeah, man. It just drives me effing crazy. Like, I think it was in 2022. Was it 20? No, or 21 maybe. So I started learning Japanese when I was 16. I'm 34 now. So, but I never got that far because, you know, obviously, 16. There's other things to do when you're 16, right? So, but yeah, I started learning learning the alphabets and stuff like that. Some super basic phrases. I then dropped it, and then when I was 20 and I lived on my own, I started kind of picking it up again. I again didn't get that far. I kind of lost motivation, and like honestly, the issue was like social media, right? I was on social media way more than I was like trying to learn Japanese. Then when I guess I was, is it 2021, right? So whatever, I was 29. So once I hit 29, I realized I'm like, you know what? Like, you know, you go to the bathroom, everyone's toilet scrolling or whatever the case is. It's like, instead of scrolling Facebook, why am I not using this moment to like micro learn stuff? Like, why can't I learn Japanese instead of scrolling Facebook? You know what I mean? So, I uninstalled Facebook from my phone, and I replaced that time with learning Japanese. So, you know, instead of toilet scrolling, I'd learn either five new characters, 5 new kanji characters, or whatever the case is, and I would every single day. And then that app that I was using in particular, it makes you review stuff at a specific interval to help your brain kind of retain the information. So, yeah, that actually helped me. Like, I can't like fluently speak Japanese yet, but I know like I think it was like 300 and some vocabularies. I know like 35 kanji or something like that. I can like read it without any sort of help or whatever. So, yeah, man, it's replaced toilet scrolling with microlearning, and that's not becoming a short, by the way. But you read the claptrap quote, but not when I asked, how are you? Being nice does nothing. Real time, you know, I appreciate you and everything you do for the community here. Make a shrine to your girlfriend or wife that's a secret spot like that dude did in Halo 2. Oh yeah? I forgot about that. Yeah, we could do that. TG, I fixed it. It should show up now. Sounds good. Okay, we'll test it when we get to that part here. But okay, anyways, so that'll be a secret spot. But yeah, like I said, I think can we sculpt? I want to get this down here. No, we don't want to sculpt height data. Oh, brush type, here we go. Tiles and mask across, no, we don't want that. Alpha brush, simple circular brush. Fall off, we don't want really any, so we'll make the brush size smaller. I kind of wish, to be honest, that we could sculpt the side of this, but yeah, like I said, we don't have to get too crazy with that. Where's the size? We'll make the size a little bit smaller. We will set the height data as this, and then we will carve that out. Right here. You can make that a secret area or something later too, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, cool. Good enough. Yeah, so we'll just put some railings up there. And keep that open so we can see the carnage that's happening in the city. It'll be a good storytelling element, right? So, this... We will, let's see. Yeah, we'll fix this up later when we have, what's it called? Our actual assets that are doing that here. So we'll make this go out to about here. We'll duplicate this. Except we gotta shrink this up and split it up into 2 parts. Because we're gonna have our elevator here. Yeah, well, I can fix this now, actually. Foliage landscape. Shit. Went in too far. Can I do? I can. Nice. Let's do top perspective, and let's see what we can do here. I can't... Whoops. Undo what I just did, because I clicked somewhere. Unlit, I can't frickin' see anything. Okay. Well, I can't see anything anyway, because this landscape fabric sucks. Or landscape sucks, I should say. Okay, forget it. It's not gonna work. I'm just trying to... I could turn the strength down, I suppose, but I want to just get each block like this. So you just gotta go a little bit careful throughout this whole thing. No, not that far. Fuck's sakes. That's good enough. I think I can't... Oh, I'm out anyway, I see. Okay. Forget it, I was okay. Pull that back a little bit. I do have to add to here. There. I came out just a tad too far. God damn, this is infuriating. I'll make the brush size smaller, or even smaller. I did select this, right? Okay. And then brush... Yeah. It should be working. There we go. Okay, so we're good. Alright, so that's enough of that, because I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Anyways, alright, so... Let's, select both of these. And this, and we'll just shuffle it down by 1 here. What happened to... Oh, okay, I selected something else. I was like, where's my gizmo? Where's my gizmo? Where's my gizmo? That looks nice. Gizmo is not here. Okay, well, I guess I'll select one at a time then. Or is game mode on? No. Where the fuck is my gizmo? I'm confused. Has this happened to anybody before? Do you have to turn it on somewhere? No, local's fine. Push W. Okay. Well, yeah, that's the shortcut. Interesting that the gizmo showed up when I pushed that. That's dumb. Alright. Anyways, we'll get these moving over now. Something like that. Perfect. Okay, so there's that. I'll probably lose a segment on this one. And then I'll duplicate that and rotate that. And I'm not going to get too specific on the landscape right now, because, again, I don't want to waste the whole stream doing this. Except this one's going to get closed off. We'll probably actually put a building there. If I'm being honest. We'll add a segment here. Okay, perfect. Building type will be... like, one of these tall ones, I guess. Let's just make this a little bit wider so we can, close this gap here. There we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. So we'll play test this here. Very obvious where to go. We're designing this level, right? So, oh, I guess we got a couple of rogue ones here. All right, whatever. So yeah, we can't go there. Super cool. We got our secret here. We'll fix that building in a second. We got our secret here. Super awesome, right? And then, I don't think there'll be anything there. Maybe we'll just put some props and, yeah, maybe some more carnage or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But, okay, so, yeah, it's very obvious where to go. We're gonna go forward. Why is everything all messed? Oh, boy. Oh, I see. All the old ones came back. Interesting. They don't show up here. They must be on a different layer. Huh. Huh. I'm so confused. So if I hit play, all that comes back. Where is it all? Like in the outliner. Huh. I'm so confused. So if I hit F8, I can select stuff. Yes, where it doesn't even show you where it is. I'm so confused why that's there then. You know what? Let me do this. Let me go to my plugins and let's go to blockout tools and let me disable that. And I bet you that will disappear. You can press Shift Spacebar to cycle through them. Yeah, I just do Spacebar. I don't have to push Shift myself for the rotating through all that stuff. TG push W to access. Yeah, that solved the problem. I just can't believe that was the fix. That's so dumb. Good God. Now it's all gone. Good God. Oh, if I hit play, do they all come back? So I'm so confused right now because is it not here inside of the all folder plugins? Okay, I disabled it, but it didn't. I'm so confused. I don't understand. It's obviously here, right? But does this? Sorry, this adds it as a plugin to everybody, and then you would still have to keep it enabled. Is that how it works? Like again, I don't remember. I haven't really worked in a team, so I'm not sure if that's how it all works then. Yeah, shift just spacebar. Yeah, I use just spacebar, like I said. I sure do. ESP with game dev, 20 plus years of this, and I still fill my pages of notebooks with little tidbits I learn each day. Can't stop, won't stop. The learner. I can't even say that word without sounding like a complete tool. Is the plugin enabled in the project? Well, I disabled it because the plugin I had before, like all the data was still there somehow. Like you saw, right? So I thought by disabling it here, yeah, I don't know, that now that I'm thinking about it, that makes no sense. Alright, please open the project. Okay, so, you know, lost all our work, that's fine, I guess. We'll just, you know, start over. Sure, whatever. So we'll just do the boxes here. Super quick. Won't take that long just to redo it. 2,000, I think, is what we did there, and then 1,500. Start with that. All of our landscape changes are still here, so that's what we spent the most time doing anyway, so that works. This is a bit too far, isn't it? Oh, no, maybe not. A little skinnier, too, is what here-ish. And then, we'll do a new one here. I don't know, that's too big, but you know what, we'll do a bigger building anyway. And 300, we'll make that too big, and then we'll say 2,000. Sure. I did like that little jutty outy bit we did before. Maybe a bit taller, like 500, yeah, sure. Yeah, we had some good shit going last time. If I hit play, does all the stuff come back? I'm curious about that. It does. All of it. I'm so confused. Where the hell does it save this data? Like, that's the biggest effing question mark so far. So we don't need these, obviously. Yeah, I don't know where the hell it saves all this stuff, because it's not in the outliner, right? Unless it's in landscape. No, landscape. World data layers. I guess you guys don't have Ultra Dynamic Sky in here then, too. I'd have to add that into plugins as well, hey? Or no, it is in here because it's in the... whatever it is. Check the layers. Yes, I should. Nope. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know where the hell all this data is. Because I can't say it. Huh. Oh, it wouldn't be in paints. This is why using a plugin for something as basic as blocking out is really silly. Well, you know what? It does save you a lot of time. Because it's got all this, well, you know, instead of doing all this manually with scaling and stuff, right? But, yeah, it has, like, doorways, and you can modify the doorway. Like, it's a great tool. I just don't know why I can't see where all the stuff is. But when I play, it's there. Makes no effing sense. Is it like a visibility thing? Collision? Yeah, of course not. I just wanted to see if there's even collision there, but there's not. Favorites. Oh, sorry. Is there documentation for this? Try changing the alpha layer to 1. This one here. Manage. No, that's for the height map, the one we imported. I'm so effing confused. Okay, well, I guess, I don't know, it's just really annoying that we can't see it, right? Because then how do you do the assets? Right? Let me go to the plugins. You need to create a... Don't care how to convert to static mesh, yeah, whatever, technical. Like, where do you save your shit? Blockout elements are parented to a single actor, yeah, which defines all shared. Yeah, I'm so confused. Custom how to converts. Looks like he made this originally for UE4. Material type, world, align, grid size, blah, 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 blah. Huh. I'm confused. All right, well, I mean, I don't know what to do about that. Because I don't want to redo a bunch of work that's clearly already been done. Just seeing if there's anywhere that's, yeah, I was just trying to see if there's anywhere where it shows, like, where it saves stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that makes no sense to me. Maybe it's a partition thing. You know what? Yeah, that's a good point. Let's check it out. Where are you? World partition. Let's do the world partition. I do see stuff there, so possibly. David! Coming in clutch, right? Fucking David. Always has the answer. Alright, world partition editor, we'll just... we'll unload this for now, because I will want to load probably this portion. Oh, David, love it. Okay, so, you know, we can delete a bunch of stuff now. Oops, sorry, I need to go into selection mode. Delete that, delete that. We probably got a bunch of buildings overlapping. Or do we? Oh no, because those are all static meshes before. So that's fine. We're gonna delete this. And we're gonna delete this. God damn. I'm just like so stoked that David came in clutch there. And that's why we didn't see it in the outliner, because it's a C++, it's a static instant static mesh. Right, so did this the hard way last time, apparently. Okay, alright, we're looking good here. Super, so let's move this elevator now. So yeah, once again, I'll probably have to make a console of some variety that's interactable. Just like that. Great. We could even do that today, I guess. Shouldn't take too long, because we have the interact and all that kind of stuff, and then all we'd have to do is probably have two... Yeah, we could do the elevator today, sure. We'll do that after, we'll just make sure this is all working here perfectly first. So we'll have another little... We'll have a power-up here. Is what we were talking about last time, and then our dudes come out and attack us. So let's just test this all out here. So, obviously, again, very clear where to go. Just want to keep reiterating that. The render target is all fucked up. It's probably because everything's gray, to be honest. Anyways, you know, we come over here, obviously everything's fenced off, we can see all the carnage, and then it's, you know, pretty obvious where to go. There's only one place, things open, right? So we can come on here, hit our little thing, elevator will go down, we can see our first enemies as we come down. So players kind of getting an idea of like who, you know, the threats around here. So, you know, we come down here, we'll beat up the bots. Oh, come on, a little bit hitching there, we gotta figure out what that is, but... Nice. Very good. Okay, they drop batteries, so our batteries will start at nothing, and then they'll load in. We haven't done that yet, scripted that, but this will be like the tutorial bit, right? It's just like, oh, use batteries to use special abilities, and then we run, we hit our trigger zone, here comes our enemies, oh shit. You know, we got enough battery power to do our first basic ability or whatever, and then kill our guys, get some more batteries. Right? Super cool, and then here, from here, I think we go across on a bridge, so we can do the bridge today as well. But yeah, let's change gears, let's do this elevator. So first, let's see here, so let's create a console first. Okay, so, we gotta make that part of the trigger class, which we've already created, so we'll go to Systems... Where do we save trigger class? Core? No. Or it's world, I'm sorry, there it is. Triggers, so we got the spawn class, the wave trigger. Let's see what's in the trigger class here. Should activate, I'm going to change that to actor, because that's more appropriate. Okay, so... Trigger size, yeah, this is perfect. So we wanted to inherit from this class because we have actors to activate, which will be our elevator, right? And I see that as BP door frame, but we needed that specifically. let's say the trigger class instead. No, shit, hang on, I can't change that yet. Let me open up. Wave trigger? Trigger class. I'm just looking for specifically us using that variable. Let me just find references all, because that might need to change, because we can't do door frame, that doesn't scale, so. So we'll find out where we're using this particular variable, and then we'll see if we can put this variable instead inside of the blueprint that's using it, instead of and then we can even make this as, we'll make this as generic as the trigger, whatever it's called. Oh, we're not using it anywhere? Oh, okay. We definitely use this. Like, we definitely use this for sure. But I guess maybe not. TJ found out that the hitching in my stream, so those visual effects are set to CPU bound instead of GPU bound. Yeah. Perfect, we can change this. Okay, sounds good. TJ, we're gonna add NVIDIA DLSS and image scaling as a setting in this project. Sure, I guess we could, yeah. Yeah, it's the retainer box making it dull. Oh, I see. Who's our diversion plan's owner? That would be me. That would be I. We can also simply simplify those, I'm sure, if we need them CPU bound. Yeah, the guy who made it used CPU instead of GPU. That's funny. Okay, well, yeah, I'm not going to worry about that at the moment here, but let's change this to the trigger class. So anything that is a part of the trigger class we can activate. And I'm going to hit compile, and then I might get errors elsewhere. We'll see. I don't. That's crazy. Okay, sure. I swear to God, in the what's it called? Where are you? So we got our trigger zone right here. Let's just click on this. And let's open that. I swear to God, at some point here. Wave data. What's in the wave data? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we made it what's it called? So, perfect. Okay, so trigger class, well now, anybody that inherits from trigger class, we can trigger some stuff in. Inside of trigger class, we need to make some events, which will carry on, so we'll just say custom events, active, or activate, or sorry, we'll say trigger actor. What else do we need? Trigger actor. Sure. I think that's all we need. We can come back, I guess, and add another one here. So, created it in the trigger class so that all the trigger actors can access this event, and we can override it and do our own things, right? So, we need to now open, or no, we have to create a new elevator, or a new, what's it called? Console blueprint. So, triggers, interactables, we'll do this. And let's make a new blueprint class, and we'll call it, we'll search for BP trigger class right here. Select, and then we'll say BP console. Okay, let's open that up. Okay, so we'll of course need a static mesh for that. We'll say, you know, console. I think later on we can come back. Excuse me. Because I'm thinking, like, consoles can be different shapes and sizes and stuff, possibly. I don't know, or they can all be the same. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Why don't we make that a poll? Console. one size fits all? Or do we want, you know... What the where am I typing? I thought I clicked there. On the chat window, I guess not. Add a diversion user me. Alright, well... Thanks, Mark, for the dono, but you're already on there. I'll show you in one sec here. So, well, actually, I won't show you guys because everyone's emails are on there, so I don't want to show that on stream, obviously. But and we'll say 2 to 3 console sizes. Start a poll. Yeah, you guys could let me know how you feel about that. Mark, thanks for the dono. Appreciate you once again. Anyways, so you said you're not on the diversion, hey? So let's have a look here. Again, yeah, I don't want to show everybody's emails, so I'm just gonna do this on the other screen here. So, Bionic Smash. Yeah, you're definitely on here, so, you have to... I sent you an invite, so, in your email you should have something that's inviting you. Oh, actually, maybe you already have that. We maxed out our collabs for our organization. Oh, is that what it is? Alright, do I gotta let's see, organization plans and billing. I gotta level up the plan here. Update subscription. Let's see here. So after 5, it's 12 bucks per month. Oh, is that why you sent me the 20 bucks? I see. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do this. Confirm. Sure. Okay. All right. There we go. Card. Yeah. 1 sec. Let me just get this. I'll do it after. Okay, I'll do it after. So, because payment information, etc., etc. So, but yes, I'll get you in there, Mark. No worries. So, all right. Anyways, let's see what we got here. So, pretty much everyone wants bigger, more console sizes. Copy that. So, a really cool way you can do that, because I don't think there's going to be anything else in this that's going to require like a data asset. So, let's go to Bionic Smash. Do we have a data folder? Or is that in core? Nah, we don't have really a data folder. So let's... right, we're keeping it inside of here. We'll go to... Sorry, where's it called? Worlds, Interactables. Make a new folder in here. Interactable data. Okay, so we'll make an enum. Enumeration, and we'll call this SM sizes. Okay, we'll open that up, and we will add an enumerator, and we'll say small, and another one for medium, and another one for large. Okay, so we could just quickly make a couple consoles here. So we already have one for this. So that can be one. And then we can just make another one here quick as well. So we'll just say, you know, maybe a tiny bit higher. And we don't have... Let's maybe put this ramp in here. Right, and then we'll put another little block right here. Sorry, we'll pull this out till we can't see this. There we go. Or can I shrink that? I can't shrink that, so I will. This will be our medium one. This might even be our large one, to be honest. It's pretty big. And yes, that's what she said, real time. I know, I'm listening. I'm listening. Something like, yeah, something like that. Like, not bad. So we can make these static meshes, I believe, by... It said in his documentation, and I totally didn't, like, pay attention to it. I guess I can, sorry, I guess I can technically do this in the modeling mode, hey? Let's make our own stuff super quick here. So, you know, here's our standard ass one. We'll do 50 by 50 by 150. That'll be our regular console height. Maybe we'll add a Boolean thing in here too, just to like flatten it out. But we're just doing primitive. We'll do primitive for now. Static mesh, sure, accept the box there. Put it in the AutoGen folder. Now we'll make another one. But this one will be 200. No, sorry, wrong way. Let's do 75 by 200. Sure, that'll be our medium one. The large one we were putting a little bit more work into, obviously. So 300 is great. Width, we'll say 100. And that's great. We'll accept, and then we will go and get a... Do they not have a ramp? I guess they don't have a ramp. All right. That's fine. What we'll do here instead is we'll grab another box, and we'll make it a regular box. 550, sorry, 100 by 100, I guess. And sorry, I guess we'll cancel the rotation on that. Okay, we'll hit accept. Now we'll add a Boolean here. We'll Boolean this. Yeah? Big console, big hole, right? We'll probably make this a little bit bigger, actually. Center that up. Perfect. Nice console, and then we'll select... sorry, is it... Where is it? Select that, and then Boolean? No, other way around. Select that, then Boolean. There we go. There's our console, everybody. Looks freaking awesome. So we'll hit accept. We will hit Control B to open up in our contractor where these are. We'll name these, you know, static mesh large console. This is the small console. This was the medium console. All right. Super cool. All right, so we got those made. We can delete these now. We'll go back to selection mode. Delete, delete, delete. Okay, here's how you do some fun stuff here. So back in this console, we're going to add a variable for an enumeration. So we'll say console size. Okay, this will be enum or whatever, static mesh size or whatever we call it. There it is. Okay, we'll make that instance editable so we can edit it. Then we're going to go to the construction script, and we are going to grab that enumeration, and we're going to get a select node out of it. Okay, so for here, what we'll do is... we don't want to load these automatically by having them all hard reference, so we will... Just trying to think here. Let me make a variable first. We'll just call it static mesh. I'm probably going to delete this after. I just want to get this static mesh soft object reference. I'm going to plug that in. And now, so these are all soft object references now. So we'll get the large console. I can delete this and delete this. And then we'll get the medium console. And then we will get the small console. Okay. You can't have an async loading inside of the construction script because it's that's a runtime thing. So we'll have to get a blocking node here. So we'll say blocking. Sorry, a blocking load. Load asset blocking. We'll plug this in. We need to cast to static mesh. Okay, because that's just an object, right? So we need to cast to the class we need, which is static mesh in this case. And then we will set the static mesh. Sorry, that's the box. Console, set static mesh. Okay, and it'll be that. All done. Okay, that's all you need to do. And then now we can control, with one actor, which console we want, right? So, perfect. So obviously there's no stuff in here yet, but we can delete this and we can put our actual blueprint in there now. So we'll go back to Bionic Smash World Interactables console. Okay, there's our console. We can come over here, console size. We can do medium or we can do large, right? Boom. So making level design easy, right? So why don't we do a small one for this one? Okay, so we'll do a small one. We'll make this trigger zone way smaller. That's probably appropriate. Let's say 100. Okay, and let's go back to the console, and we need to create probably a little UI widget saying like push blah 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 to blah blah blah. So, but that'll be a UI thing, I think. But what we'll do is we will create a variable and we'll say trigger text, and we'll make that a text, obviously. Okay, this will be, I think, instance editable. Yeah, because we can edit that, and then inside the event graph, we'll just have to send it over to our UI. We don't have a warning thing yet, but yeah, that'll be there for when it is. Okay, so trigger text. We need to add the interact interface. Sorry, yeah, that's what I want. Implemented interface, BPI. Oh, we don't have one yet. Well, shit, hey? Well, I guess we'll make one. Interfaces. We have an activatable one. I'm going to leave that alone because I can't remember what that's from. But we don't have an interact. That's crazy. New blueprint interface. BPI interact. One thing I always do with an interact interface, everybody, obviously we'll create their interact interface function. We're going to click on that. I always put a pawn here. Why is that? Because if a player interacts with something and it's like an item or it's something else, and you're going to get an item back from it, you can get the pawn's player state, so you can add all that stuff to the player state, right? So pawn. So yeah, I always put a pawn reference, and then you can also access the actor, all the actor stuff, so you can add, force feedback or whatever the case is, right? The pawn will also have the controller in it, so you can access the controller and add some all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I always add the pawn into the interact. So okay, so there's that. We probably don't have an interact. What's it called here? Collision. We don't. So we're going to add that next. So we'll go to Edits, Project Settings. Then we're going to go to Channel. Down here. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so if you want to learn more Unreal Engine related content. So we will go down to Engine collision, we want a new trace channel. We already have damageable and climbable. We're going to make a new one called interactable. Okay, and default will be to ignore. We don't want everything to be interactable, right? So that's that. We'll hit that. We'll hit that. We'll hit save because I've made a bunch of changes. We are going to do custom interactable block. Console, we can't damage. Overlap the camera. Everything else is fine. Fine, right? Cool. So we'll go back to our console now. We have to... Did we implement it? No, we didn't. So class settings. Implemented interfaces. Interact. Okay, so now we can call our interact function, and we've set it to block, so when we do our interact trace, which I'm sure hasn't been created yet either in the player, so we'll do that next. Contents... This one, core, characters, sorry. The controller is what we're going to do it in. Okay, what is this? Checking if something is blocking on slide. Okay, sounds good. I might make this a fucking, like, blueprint library, because we're going to be doing this a lot, which is just a standard-ass line trace. But, we'll, yeah, because we do it so many times. Anyways, so function, we're going to do an interact line trace. Stand by. I was just thinking how the interact's gonna work. Do we want to have, do we want to have, like, a sphere around the player that's constantly checking if we can interact with something? Or, you know what I mean? Or do we want to... do it inside of the actual, like, console? Like the box. We overlap with the box. It's going to send to the UI. I'll put that in here. Send, sorry, text to UI. So we'll add that in because we're going to do that. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, let's do a sphere trace, actually. So we'll do a sphere trace by channel, and we'll plug that in. So we obviously need so radius will say 5, I guess. We'll put a debug on for now, just so we can make sure it all works fine. For duration, we'll say 2 seconds. Ignore self, perfect. Channel will be the interactable channel. Radius of 5, that's fine, yeah. And then, start end, we're gonna get controlled pawn. Then we're gonna get the world location. Sorry, worlds... sorry, get actor location, pardon me, I always forget that, that's... There it is. Get the actor location, and we're just going to plug this into both. Okay. That should be it, honestly. So, over here now, we're going to break this hit results. Of course, we'll get the blocking hits in here to make sure we actually hit something before we do stuff. And then we are going to get our hit actor. We are going to then call the interact function in our BPI interact interface here. Pawn, we'll get controlled pawn again. Or get controlled pawn, because then that'll be multiplayer good. There it is, boom. Okay, that's it. Then we're gonna interact, so back in our console now. Well, first, let's make sure that works, right? Oh shit, you know what we didn't do? I do this every time, every project I do, every fucking video I do this every single time. I need to go back to the event graph on the controller, and we actually should just create a proper input here for this. Okay, we don't have one, so inputs, action, input action, interact. Then we're gonna go back to our IMC default or combat. Which one do we have on here? Do we have both? Combat and locomotion. So we'll put it in combat. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. We'll do this one. We'll call it, or we'll find our interact right there. E or F? I like F as my interact button, but I've been playing a shit ton of games where it's E, and it drives me crazy. I see how we have one size fit all. I think you guys trolled me here after I made that thing. That's so funny. Sphere trace is best option for third person. TG, you missed the F. God damn it, David. Stop it. You hurt my feelings. Right here. Oh, in this? I missed the F? Oh, in this. Okay, yeah. Thank you. F. We don't even need the underscore. F's fine. Because it'll separate it out, like, I can even change this now. The reason we don't need this is because both are capitals, so Unreal's gonna automatically, separate them out as soon as they see a capital, right? So, anyways, so yeah. No, in the player controller. Okay, yeah, you got it, yeah. TG, I will make the UI. Sounds good, man. So cool. TG, you can also change the Boolean mode in the operations variable. Oh, okay, nice. A pro Boolean or regular Boolean? Yeah, funny, yeah. Fever meds are kicking in for me. Damn, I'm just tired. TG's attacking RT for no reason. Not really. Not really. Okay, so... interact button. So are we going to do E on PC, and then we're not going to do console for this because it's just too much extra work. So we'll say E or F. I mean, other than that, I don't know what other frickin' button you'd use for your for your stuff, right? Let's see what you guys want. If I see more than 2 or 3 on E, I'm just going to do E to start. Just so we can, I'll do E for now. I'll go back and change it. Save. Okay, so yeah, oh, and then I still didn't do the actual thing I need to do, which is in here. Controls. I underscore interact right there. When we do that, we are going to line trace. All right, let's check it now. Hit play. Everyone's liking E. Copy that. So we'll do E. I don't see our... Oh, it's just F and tiny. Holy crap. Okay, let's make that bigger. Let's do 20. I mean, that's still tiny. Let's do 50? No, let's do, let's do 35. We don't want it too big because there's already going to be a trigger box in the trigger actors, right? I think that's fair. We'll see if it works anyway. Except we don't have anything happening on this trigger here, so we'll just print a string for now. The print string! The best debug tool available. So we'll go over here. We gotta adjust that, I see. Okay, so we hit it. Well, yeah, we're in it, basically, right? Yeah, great. Okay. That's super fair, I think, in terms of, like, distance and stuff. So we'll keep that as is. We're in the console now. We'll go to the viewports. We'll put this at the bottom. Minus... Here, let's go to, like, front perspective. Oh, okay, it was on the bottom. It's just the trigger box that's not on the bottom. The trigger box we should move up here because we don't want it, like, underground or anything like that, so we'll do that. That's gonna change these, because I gotta move these down now. Oh, never mind, I don't. The rest should all be good. Nice. Okay, and I guess I just move this down. Okay, sweet. So now let's script this console to actually do something. So let's go to the event graph here. Get rid of our trusty print string. Print string, 4 votes for E. Sure, it's E. Right? Could go old school and make shift the interact button. Man, that is old school with like a capital SKOOL. That's crazy. Oh, I forgot to add to the chronometer for Resolute/Mark's dono. Thanks, Mark, again. Okay, so yeah, we got our trigger text. That's instance editable. Then when we interact with this, we are going to want to activate our actors. We're going to have to get our actors to activate. Or I can't remember what the variable is called in the parent class. Get actors to activate. Look at that. It's exactly what it was, right? So we're going to get a for each loop. And we're going to drag out of there, and we're going to e-trigger actor, okay? So we'll trigger all those actors. Cool, so we'll end that here. Now we got to do a couple more things here. So trigger text, we'll just say start elevator. Okay. That trigger says great actors to activate. We'll add 1, but we won't add any yet because we haven't created the actual elevator yet. So let's do that next. So let's go to Bionic Smash World Triggers, or do we want... We'll put in placeables. So we'll make a new blueprint class that inherits from trigger class. This is why inheritance is effing awesome, right? We'll call it elevator. For this one here, we're probably going to have different elevator types, I suspect, so we can do something similar in the construction script. I mean, I hate copy-pasting code, but I guess tactically it's going to be different anyway, right? These are going to be different specifically. Sorry, I didn't copy... Oh, I didn't copy this. Copy... Let's add a static mesh to this. Static mesh. This will be the elevator static mesh. And I'll paste this now. Misguided Games. Dono $10. Love your videos about casting, sync load, and spawners. I had your videos 10 years ago when I started my game dev journey. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Appreciate your super kind words. And yeah, I'm super happy that it's been so well received, all those videos. Yeah, I like making them. I learn stuff, you know, I've been doing this 7 years, but yeah, I still learn stuff every time I'm making videos about it, right? So I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing, right? So, but yeah, it's very helpful even for me, so I'm glad I'm able to help you out. So thanks for the dono, appreciate it. We'll add 1 to the chronometer there, and we'll, when we get to the top here, I'll put on this here crown. And we'll look at who the top fan is, and we will. They can tell me to do something stupid or whatever, or ask a question or whatever the case is. All right, so console sizes. We're gonna create a variable for console sizes. Also make that instance editable, and that will be that. Except we won't be doing these ones. We'll be making some new ones. Okay, so I like this elevator. We should. Go to modeling mode and we'll do the same sort of thing here. Modeling mode. We'll do a box. Oops. Here it is. Width 500, is that what that is? Well, let's do 250 by 500. Yeah, and then the height will be 20. Is that how big that is? No, it's a little bit smaller, but it does fit this little gap, doesn't it? Not really. Shit. You didn't undo the width, you dummy. 500? No, sorry. 250? No, let's do 3. And then the depth, I'm just going to move that until this covers that space right there. So, okay, and then I'll move this in. I do want to look at how to convert, like, this elevator is, to be honest, kind of perfect, in a way, other than maybe the size. So, you know what, screw this. How did he say to package these into, put these into static meshes? Custom, how to convert to static mesh. Same process, but the merge actors is located in the actor setting in the upper, sorry, right click, find merge actors, and then just follow the open window in the actor setting in the upper menu of the editor. The new static mesh can also be exported. Okay, copy that. So, click on this, click on these. Let's improve this a little bit, though. Let's shrink this by 1 segment. Let's do... has end pole, so we'll rotate this around now. There we go. Okay. And let's set these up right, so we'll do that. This is the beginning of it. It is, okay, so we'll do this. Maybe we'll put it a little bit closer to the edge. Super great. And then that's good. Okay, this one I have to change. I gotta turn my camera speed down. This one's gonna have 1 less segment, and we will, where's the thing for here? We will remove the pole on this one. This will move over. Sync that up here. That's great. Okay, so we'll select that, select this, select that. We'll center this up just to make sure it looks good. Okay, little bit of overlap here on these, but I mean, does that really matter? Not really. Right, so we'll shrink this up a hair. So, yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll do this. That's great. Okay, so that'll be what, a large elevator, medium elevator? Probably a I would say that's a large, honestly, in my opinion. Perhaps we should actually move this in. And then we'll move it up just ever slightly, so we want it to be like something like this. Right, cool. All right, let's go to... He said we have to go first to selection mode. Actor. Convert actors to static mesh. Okay, and let's go to... We'll put it in worlds. We'll make a new folder, and we'll call it static meshes, and we'll name this SM large elevator. Okay, oof, dang. Okay, so is that a thing now? Or do we gotta put it in the world now? Oof, what happened? Oh, I see. That's super lame. Okay, well, let's delete that, and this... does it say anything about that in the documentation? Guess not. Alright, well, that's super lame, but... yeah, I guess we'll just have to manually put out all the stuff here. Or sorry, you know what I mean. So we'll put that back to 1. Put this back to 1. And put this back to 1. And we'll take out the has end pole, and we'll just have to do it this way. It's fine. It's going to become one static mesh anyway, so this will have the end pole here. Come on. Moves. It's not a move's day. I'm also misguided. I didn't pass the test, but Mrs. Guy did. I'm a bit new here for this project. Intent, are we not using any pre-made assets from the marketplace? Already working elevator BP, respect everything, be made from scratch. Yeah, pretty much. Like, you know, for models and stuff, like we have a couple enemy models that we got from the Fab store and stuff. Like, we're definitely going to be using those. But yeah, like, you know, I do like to showcase how to do stuff in UE that's, you know, obviously, like, yeah, from scratch, like you said. So it just helps people, like, learn a bit more and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people, if they're not comfortable making something and there's something available in the Fab store, I mean, by all means, you can go on the Fab store and get it. It's not gonna, you know, it doesn't make you less of a game developer. You're just saving your time, right? But at the same time, like, it does limit your creativity in a sense, or not creativity, but like you're kind of working within the confines of like what you've downloaded, right? So, yeah, in that regard, it's cooler to make your own props and stuff like that. So this isn't too terribly complicated to make. It's just a regular old like industrial elevator, so might as well just make it. And then like the logic itself is also not that hard. So okay, so that's great. Now we'll just do that again here. Oh shit, I gotta highlight all of them. First I'm gonna delete. Interesting. I'm gonna delete all of this. And, okay, so then I'll go to Outliner. Where are all these? Blockout railing, is that all these? No, it's not all of them, Dang, guess I gotta select them all one by one. Yeah, they're all over the place there, so. Don't want that, but I want these. There we go, and then this, and that's everything. So we'll actor, convert to static mesh. In the static mesh folder, large elevator. Nitrous Oxide says, very cool, that's great. I ironically am wrestling with an elevator from the marketplace as we speak, trying to make it work the way I want for my game. Yeah, man, it's tough. Like, yeah, the thing about me, too, is, like, I don't generally like to use stuff from our marketplace because I didn't make it. I don't know exactly how it works or what events are available or any of that kind of stuff. Like, you, like, really have to go in and dive in and see, like, what it is and stuff. Unless you get something like Ultra Dynamic Sky, which has, like, the best effing, like, documentation I've ever seen. So, you know, stuff like that is great. But, yeah, there's other people that just make this thing, and then they put it on Marketplace and they have like bare bone minimum documentation just to get it listed, right? So, alright, so is that one thing now? No, it's not. So, let's drag this out. There it is. Good God. Can you not do anything right here? Because it's literally not at all what we had, right? Like, that's what we had. Ugh, that's frustrating. You know what? Here, can we do this? Look at that. We can edit the static mesh in the modeling mode, possibly. So first, let's. Where is it? Mesh inspect voxel mode. There's like a break apart split. Okay, so we don't want that exactly. Static outputs types, static mesh. Sorry, yeah, static mesh. By material ID, no, by polygroup. That still doesn't look right. I'm just frustrated that that doesn't just, like, come out exactly how I want it, honestly. So, I do want this as a static mesh, like the railing, I guess. But we'll just do one. So let's delete this again. It's just, I'm, again, fucking frustrated that that didn't turn out the way I wanted it, but it is what it is. So, block out railing. We're just gonna do one. We're gonna do an end piece, or are we not? Select actors, actor, convert to static mesh. Static meshes, again, I gotta fix that. We'll say railing, just because the railing looks good, right? So, great. What the fuck? What the fuck? Makes no sense. Okay, well, whatever. We'll do this then. Convert to static mesh. SM railing open, we'll say. Okay. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking jerk. Alright. This is silly. I'm gonna delete all of these. And it's gonna break this. That's fine, because I'm just gonna open this next, and then I'm gonna just set the material as what it is. Right? Block out something, something. Block. Do we want the fence to be a different color? I mean, nah, we'll just leave it as is. Okay, sweet, done. Get that out of my face. Okay, so that's static. That's the static mesh there. We could probably just do this in modeling mode now, then, at this point. I'm so freaking mad that this didn't work here. Just such a waste of my time, basically. Hey, look, getting frustrated, being a part of game development. Or a big part of game development. Okay, so modeling mode. Box. It's the same box we just made. That's freaking awesome. We're gonna hit accept. Then we're gonna build this out here. Okay, and how big is this? Left, I guess. It is approximately 122, maybe 125 actually, so go back to perspective mode, and I will set, where are you? My snapping on, and I'll set it at, can't really do 25, so I guess we'll do 5 increments. Alright, it's looking good. Sorry, let's select these 3, and then we'll duplicate it. Oh, I'm holding start. I'm like, why is it not working? Okay, there, and that's fine, because we had a bit of overlap. Didn't we? Something like that. Anyways, whatever, yeah, we'll figure it out. Selected the wrong one. That's fine. There we go. Okay. Possibly we will delete this one. It'll leave that a little open-ended, but that should be fine. There, and then this material we can change to, I don't know, fucking something cool. Let's do, geez, it's like so overwhelming. How about this blue? Maybe not? I don't know. That blue's a little much too. Silver. Love it. Okay. Alright, so, sorry, we got some stuff here. Oh my god, Stackobot would have been perfect for some free assets. Oh shit, yeah, good point. Yeah, and Mark said we're not doing anything concrete yet because the gameplay needs to be fun before we start on any hard assets. 100%. Yeah, that's like super important when you're making anything. So I was watching Thomas Brush. He's mainly a Unity developer, but the concepts that he talks about translates over into Unreal as well. One thing he said that I really agree with is making, instead of making a prototype, he calls it a prove me type. So basically, a prototype is sometimes not enough. I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. Work! Why can't you just be one thing? You know? Like, that's fucking dumb. That makes no sense whatsoever. I don't fucking know. That makes absolutely no sense. If I merge all of these together, does it still do it? I'll get back to the Thomas Brush thing in a second here. I just want to see why this is being stupid. Stupid. No, it still did it. Okay, you know what? We're gonna make our own railings. Then. Like, that is fucking dumb, everybody. I'm just super fucking pissed about that. That is so dumb. Okay, anyways, that doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, yeah, so Thomas Brush said make prove me types. Basically, like, you can't make a prototype from essentially you know, if your game is like music based, if it's like Guitar Hero. How do you make a prototype of Guitar Hero? By just you pushing buttons and blah blah blah. Like, you're not making something that's necessarily fun, and you don't know if it's gonna work, right? So like, you need to make essentially a bare bones basic prototype to prove the concept of your game, whether that's including, you know, if it's music related, you're gonna have to have some music cues and all that kind of stuff in there, right? So yeah, like, I think that's a really good way to look at it, honestly. Okay, and then, so there's a post or whatever, and then we're gonna need to make, create, sorry, I guess we'll have to accept on that. We'll rename that fence post. Okay. Cylinder. 5? Nope. 3? 3, yep. Let's say 100. And then radial slice is 16. Let's say 8. We don't need anything super high def, right? Rotation along the Y we'll do 90. And then we'll put this into place here. Okay. We'll go right in there. Just to avoid any issues. Actually, we'll go all the way forward. And we'll make the height actually like 98. And then we can pull that back. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so just so there's no clipping, right? Okay, so then we'll hit accept on that, and then we're going to... Where's the... Is this... Yeah, this is the view here. So we're going to go up to about there, and we're going to duplicate that, and duplicate it again. That's great. We're going to make this our regular thing here again. Then we're going to select all of these, and we're going to merge these into one here. Merge. Accept. Okay, and then we can make this... We can now do the things we want. Shit, you know what? Sorry. Let's make sure we set all the materials to the orange color we liked. There we go. Do you believe in magic? I don't. Although I'm a Harry Potter fan, so there's that. Oof, we don't need that big. Do snap size of 0.1, please. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we'll do the same thing here. We'll select these, and we'll rotate them. Sorry, I guess I gotta hold Alt, you dummy. Holding Alt. Now I'm holding fuck's sakes. I'm a mess here. There we go. And we're gonna actually rotate this whole thing around so that we don't have that overlap of the posts. There, that's great. And then duplicate that over here. We're going to need a post on that side, but luckily for us, we have a post pre-made. Line up those guys. Oh, I see. We got to move this a little bit more. I was just like, this doesn't line up, but it does. Love it. Okay. And then this guy. Let's go to our fence post. Add that in. Perfect. I like how it's a wooden fence post on an industrial elevator, but we could swap that out for something better later. This is just a, you know, prove me type, right? So. Great. Alright, sweet. So now we can combine that into one mesh. We won't bother making the smaller, larger, whatever the fuck mesh until later. This one, and then this one, and then I selected that. Okay, great. Alright, so let's merge, accept, and let's go to the folder this is in. I guess, fuck me. There we go. Okay, so that's the bad one, so we're gonna get rid of that. This also is the bad one, so we'll get rid of that too. This is a static mesh railing. We'll just say fence. Sure, fence. Did I say that anywhere else? No, I didn't. Okay. Perfect. And then this is going to be our SM large elevator. Okay, perfect. Let's delete that now because it's all been saved. We can delete this. And let's go back to our scripting process here for our elevator. So we're going to clear this, and then select our large elevator. Let's put that in the world here. Hey, that's not right. I must have missed it when I, so let's undo this. I swear to God that was selected, hey? Okay, let's... Oh, it's in there. It's in there. Oh, okay. Am I that dumb? Where I just drag this out and it's just, it's not, it's still there. Let's check it out. Bionic smash. Maybe I drag out the static mesh anyway. Elevator. Okay, and then we can select large. There it is, everybody. Our effing elevator. Perfect. Okay, we'll move our console forward. What I'm gonna also do is we're gonna have the elevator go. We gotta have like a door come up or the elevator to come in all the way or something like that, right? So, yeah, we can figure that out later. Anyway, so let's get this working here. Event graph. We need event e-trigger actor because when this gets called, and we can actually set that now inside of this console. We can select the console. Actors to activate, we can select the elevator now. Okay? Oh no, it's hard referenced. Well, yeah, it's fucking fine. It's already in the world anyway, right? So, anyways, let's see. Notorious. I'd sub to that. Yeah, man. Fuck yeah. TG made a video called "Watch Me Lose My Shit Before Finding a Way in UE." Sorry, or if I made it, sorry. It can bring in droves of viewers to experience the soothing sounds of pure frustration. Yeah, right? I mean, I'm sure with all the streams we made, we can probably just make a compilation video. That's funny. Okay, so... Mark said, well, like I said, if you need sight lines, just use transparent material. It's just a block out, and even something blocking a sight line can just be instantly deleted. Yeah, right? TG wouldn't it make sense to have the elevator and the trigger in the same blueprint? No, it would not make sense at all, because I'm making this scalable by having this console control more than just an elevator, right? So I can and having the trigger actors activate that variable be the trigger class. That means now anything that is triggerable, whether it's an elevator, whether it's a bridge, whether it's you know, a doorway, something like that. Like I now have it all inside of this one blueprint, and now it's scalable because we can control multiple things that are inheriting from the trigger class, like the elevator. Okay, so that's why you keep them separated. You don't put them in the same one. Okay. Let's see here, and then also too, if you are in a level where you don't have any elevators, but you need to use the console, well, now you can't, because you put the console inside of the actual the elevator, right? You're thinking maybe of like a child blueprint. Sorry, a child. Yeah, child blueprints, like you can put inside the components window, but I wouldn't do that. I would do it this way. BSG Notorious, you could just change a collision to only block the pawn so everything fires through as intended in those cases. Sorry, you put a thing up here, sorry. Dude, I've been a level design for 20 years. I know what a blockout is, yeah. To my point, it's crucial for sightlines to not be instructed during playtesting if they're planning to be see-through in the final. Oh, okay, nice. David says, I see, yeah. Alright, so... perfect here. We got that set up. Let's start doing the logic here. So when we trigger, we're going to add a interrupt to movement component in here. We'll just say elevator move. Okay, and then we will add two variables, one called elevator start. And this will be a location. I'm sorry, a vector, pardon me. It's just, they're the same, but they're not, in a sense. Elevator start, we'll duplicate that, we'll just call this elevator ends. Okay, and I guess I should, do proper game dev shit and, not put spaces in the middle here. There we go. Okay, these will be instance editable, and we're gonna also have a debug, oh, actually, that might be in here. I might be remembering something. Behavior type one-shot loop reset. Resets back to start when reaching the end. Huh. Huh. Move to destination and stop. Let's do one-shot. Move to destination, return, and stop. Ping pong. Repeatedly loops. Yeah, we don't want that. Reset back to start when reaching the end. Like, if this one would be great if it didn't... if it stopped, but then once we activated the trigger again, it would move again. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we could do our own custom one here, but, let's maybe do our own custom one, because it's not that hard to make this. So, let's delete this then. Okay, so elevator start, elevator end, and then let's see. We do need some debug shapes just to so let's do this. Can we check if this is loaded? Is loaded? No. Yeah, we want to do this in the construction script, but I don't want it to, like, do this every freaking time, right? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's check if this is... Hmm. Target is a level instance. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Load level instance. Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess, after it's set. So we'll do this last. But we want to create a, what's it called? Create, sorry, debug. We'll say draw debug. Let's say box. We want to do 2 boxes. Shit, how do people do it? I'm just trying to think, how do they do it when they grab, like, they have an actual, like, box in the world, and then they can drag it around, and it changes the value of, like, the start and the ends. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck, how do they do that? That's what I thought was inside of this interpretive movement component. Your UE crashed. Happens to everybody. Anyways. Like, am I, like, is this the Mandela effect here? Because I swear to God, I remember there being, like, an end point and a start point. And you could actually control those here. Control points, position is relative. Right, so we have the elevator here. I swear to God, I remember. Does anyone else remember this? I swear to God, it's here somewhere. Pause on impact. Oh, you know what? Did they have a scene? I wonder if they had a scene component in it. Is that how they did it? So we'll add a scene component. A scene component, if you don't know, is just, it gives the ability to have something have a location and a transform that wouldn't normally have it. And then I think what I'll do... Sorry, we don't need that. We just need, let's do a sphere. I guess. A sphere or a cube? Let's do a cube. We'll just say start location. And we'll duplicate that, and we'll call this end location. So I guess we don't necessarily need these, because we'll just do that with this, and we'll set this cube's material to be something see-through, like, lightning flash boom boom, sure, what, you know, sure, nah, we'll fix something else. Key material, that's what we'll use. Okay, so we'll use this. We will make sure that these are not hidden, or hidden in game, sorry. Is it down here? hidden in game and hidden in game. Okay, these are only specifically to show the start and end points, right? So let's make these smaller, of course. Scale, we'll set these at like 0.2, I guess, something like that. And then let's add some render text. Text render to this. We'll just say, sure, I mean, it doesn't even matter. Duplicate that, put it on there. This will say start location. And this will say end location. Okay. Whoops, I pushed F because I wanted to frame the thing I'm working on here. Okay, and then we'll... can you set this to be screen? That would be freaking awesome, hey? I guess you can't. Oh, that's fine. That's fine, one can dream. We can just leave it as is then. End location, start location, sure, whatever. But for the end location, we'll just put it out a little bit just so we can see it. Okay, so then we're going to... Maybe we should do those variables. Sorry, I just, like, realized that maybe they are a good idea. Start location... Instance, not instance editable, sorry. And then we'll duplicate that end location. Okay, then we'll, in the construction script, we will, get these guys here. We'll get the world location. Come on now. And then we'll set these. Got the wrong one there. End location goes in here, start location goes in there. Okay, so then we can cache those variables and we don't have to deal with them later. We can also then grab this and make sure that this is loaded. Okay, sweet. So... Okay, now we can do the actual, like, lerp. So we'll make a function here. Function, move elevator. Okay, so then we're gonna want to do... Let's do a vinterp. I love the interp nodes more. So interp speed, we will make a variable. Promote to variable. We'll say elevator speed. Make that instance editable. Then we're going to need to get the actor itself. Sorry. So we're going to get actor location. Yeah, that should be... Yeah. Oh, shit, sorry, class... No, we don't need any of that. Okay, sorry, never mind. We'll have to make this multiplayer ready later afterwards, because obviously we want to make sure the elevator moves for everybody. But anyways, so currents will be... I think I gotta make another variable called elevator down. We'll make that a Boolean. We'll say elevator at end. Something like that. There we go. Okay. And so we will get a select node for our targets. Whoops. Select vector, plug that in. Pick is A. So is, let's say instead of at end, we'll at start. Just like that. And location, we'll go here. And start location will be here. Is the elevator at the start? True. We're going to go to our end. If it's not true, we're going to go to our start location. Okay, current will be this. We'll plug that right in there. Okay, and then delta time, we'll just get world delta seconds like usual. Okay, plug that in. So that'll control, make sure all the machines are synced up. Okay, v-interp2, and then we're going to get the defaults. Sorry, yeah, we're going to duplicate this again. Then we're going to get a set actor location. I'm sorry, self, there we go. That's what we want. Okay, new location, boom. And then we need to get it, we do a check here if we are basically this again. I'm sorry, not this again. Pardon me, my brain. This has to be equal with a variance of like 1, right? To our start or end location. That's where this comes in. I see. Right? So let me just make sure this makes sense in my head. Sorry, I'm not reading the comments. I'm just like making sure I'm not making a mistake here. So does this equal, but within, you know, 1, you know, a variance of 1 elevator at the start, which was false to start with, so we're going to the start location. So yes. And then once this is true, return value. Whether the location was successfully set. Oh, okay, yeah, we don't want that. If that's true, then we're going to set... Do we want to flip-flop, or how do we want to do this? Let's get a not Boolean out of here, and then let's grab this and set it on true. Or do we want... Sorry, we'll do this instead. Okay, alright, so we've hit our target. If our elevator was at the start was false, or sorry, was true at the start, so we're going to our end location. This becomes true if it equals the end location, then that's true, then we're going to get whatever this is and flip it. Okay? And then we'll set that there, and then we will get a return node here. Okay, I think that's good. And then we can hit compile, and then we're going to have to go to our event graph. This is going to be on our trigger actor. We'll set timer by events. And then we'll get an event, and we'll just say custom event, move elevator. Okay, we'll grab the move elevator function. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do this properly. Well, I put an E here. That's apparently not necessarily properly, but it's just easier to find the events if I have an E in front of it. So, okay, we're going to move our elevator, and then when our elevator has its target reached, which will be this guy here. Yes, so we'll add a reroute node here and plug this in. Call it target reached. Now we'll go back to the event graph. We'll get a Boolean here. If our target has been reached, we can clear and invalidate this timer by handle. And we'll stop the movement of our elevator. Okay, we'll make this looping. We'll say every 0.05 seconds. And... okay, so that should be good for the logic part of it. Let's, where did our elevator go? Oh... is it? Oh, it is here. I just got to set this to large. Oh, it is on large. Where did our static mesh go? Oh, I have to hit compile, I think. Or something, because I think it's ran the construction scripts when this was disconnected. Oh, they're consoles, I see. large elevator. And then these will go away, and these will go away. There we go. There it is. Perfect. Okay, so, yeah, this will get triggered. There's our start location, which is exactly where we have the elevator, which is perfect. And then the end location we can select. Move that down. Move it over. I also want to... It'd be nice to be able to preview, like, where the elevator goes so we can actually set it at its end location. Do you know what I mean? So, let's... how do we do that here? I know the normal way is people would use a lerp and then there'd be an alpha and all that kind of stuff, and then they would just have to set the alpha to 0. But the way I did this here does not allow us to do that. Let's, before we load this stuff in, let's add a boolean called... Oh yeah, we have one here. Elevator at start. Let's make that instance editable. And then let's... is elevator at start... we'll convert that to a branch. So I guess we gotta do this afterwards, pardon me. Because we're gonna create a branch and we don't wanna... split it up. Come on. So then we'll set location. No, set world location, or set actor location, pardon me. The alpha way would honestly even be better though, hey? Just because, start elevator at start, true. So start location, just because you could see if it hits anything, you know what I mean? But that's fine, I guess. End location. False. Okay. Okay. Where's all the... Okay, here we go. Elevator at start, true. Didn't work, so the start location's all weird. So, okay, I mean, that works, hey? At start location, and then we can set it. That works pretty good here. Alright, I'll look at the comments here in 1 sec. I'm just gonna finish this up. And then we'll say it's at the end location now. Interesting that our end location is not working out here. Do I have to make these relative, these locations? Let's try that, maybe. Set actor relative location. Can I do relative to? Relative location to start location. Yes. Yes, that's what I want. Okay. There we go. This. Elevator speed, actors to activate, should activate it. Nope. Interesting that it's not working. Well, I mean, let's see if it actually works. Anyway, sorry, we'll read some messages here now. Okay, nitrous oxide always crashes when you try to use a translucent non-collision mesh as a fence. Yeah, right. I kid. Alright, anyway, back to work for me, PCLs. Nitrous, thanks for joining the stream, appreciate it. I will actually get to work on something tonight, kind of excited. Nice, man. Apparently some of those assets I had are bugged or something, because the first time I exported it, it froze UE5, the second time I exported, then it froze Blender, so, yeah, possibly. Gildo Bonilla, hello, did you create separate pawn just for the main menu, or do you use the player character? I don't think you need to use a pawn at all. You'd probably just have to have your own separate player controller for the main menu if you wanted. Right, because you don't want all the other regular controls. That's, yeah, I wouldn't use the player character for that. Yeah, just use a controller, because, yeah, the controller, it's, if you're starting pawn, especially if you have a game mode for the main menu, and your starting pawn is, like, null, I mean, that should be fine, because you, and then in your controller, you set, the mouse, you know, show mouse cursor, UI only, input, blah, 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 that should be sufficient, I think. Okay, we gotta figure out why this don't work here, and then I have to get off, like, max by 3 today, so... Oh, that's the elevator static mesh. Ooh, okay, no, I want to do the whole effing elevator. Start location. Okay, well, I obviously did something wrong here, so... I'm gonna delete these two. Instead of this, let's do... Let's do the actual static mesh, then. And let's set relative... location. And then, we don't actually need this to be a boolean. Sorry, a branch. And then we can literally do the same thing we were doing already. So we'll select... elevator at the start. So then that'll be the start location and the end location. But we should make these maybe relative... Instead of world, we'll say get relative rotation or something like that. Get relative location. Yep. And same thing here, get relative... I always spell relative wrong. And then make that the end location. Okay, so that would make it relative to the root. And then we're setting that, and we're going to teleport it. Okay, so let's see if this works. Because if this isn't working, that means that the other thing isn't going to work anyway, so... Start location. And we have it set as... elevator at start. Okay, so start location. It's still not working, hey? Okay, well, by default, I think we should put the elevator where we want it, right? Which looks like it's pretty close to where we want it. We'll say here. Okay, and then, so that'll be the start location. And then the end location down here. Whoops, undo what I just did. Okay, the end location. Now if I do this and go to... I'm so confused. Do you have to parent this? Possibly? Yeah, let's try that. Let's parent the end location to the start location. And then it should be relative to that, right? I mean, that's better, I guess. Oh, the end location's right here. Okay, so... class settings... Run construction script on drag is on. Okay, so... Should be updating. We just gotta keep getting compile and updating it. I don't know. Is anything overriding this? That's the other thing. I'm gonna make these instance editable only so I can see it. So the end location. I can't edit this because it's locked in the construction script, I see. Interesting. What's the issue happening again? So yeah, I'm trying to get the elevator to move to the end position in the editor, so I can basically set this in the editor to exactly where I want it. But it's not working. So I have this here. We have elevator at start true, goes back up to where we started, and then false. So it's like it's kind of working. It's just like the math's not working. And I can't move these because I set them hard in the construction script, I think is probably what's happening. Yes, I think that is what's happening. Maybe we don't set these here, we set them in the begin play, maybe is what we do, hey? Start location. Okay, let's try that. If this works, then that's what we'll have to do. Geez, where the hell did the elevator go? It's here, but it's not here. Compile. Set relative. Does this not have to be in here now? Where did our effing elevator go? Static mesh, where are you? No. It says it's in there, but it's not. Oh, because I see. I gotta do this. Everybody, hey? Now we'll compile. There's our elevator. Okay, so start location will be... Whoops. It's still not updating based on the location of that. Sorry, one sec. Where's a viewport? There it is. Class defaults. I just want to set this to large so I can see something. There we go. Class settings. Okay. So, the elevator static mesh itself, I would love for that to be... up. What's happening? Oh, because it's locked to the... I see. So let's... add a bit of offset, maybe. Or no, that's fine. Start location. I just want this in a place where... it makes sense, right? Like, so, put this, like, in the actual mesh here. Hit compile, and then it's going to update it, isn't it? Oh, it's not. Okay. So, do I have to make this? Okay, then this goes up here. No, I still can't do that. It's the construction script that's screwing everything up here. So let's get rid of this here for now. Oh, it's not the construction script. What's telling this to stay there and not change at all? So I'm going to zero that out. Let's see. Hello, do you create a separate pawn? Oh yeah, I read that already. I understand. What's the issue happening? I just took a fat nap. What did I miss? Yeah, we're just trying to get the elevator's location to update properly in the editor here. For some reason, I can't move this. Why is that? End location, start location, elevator, static mesh. Okay, there we go. Let's do that. Okay, so it's the start location. And then this also should be there. And then I can move that. And then that should... You know what we should do? We should do a base elevator location, because we're offsetting, or sorry, let's say offset, base elevator offset. Because we're setting this to be slightly different than the other thing, and now we got to add to it, essentially. So that'll be set in the construction script for sure, so... Let's get this, and then let's get its relative location, because that should get it relative to its parent, right? Base elevator offset, we'll set that, so that's exactly what it is. And then in this event that we made, we have to change this to be these plus the elevator offset. I hope that makes sense. We're doing this because, yeah, the elevator is not exactly at 0, right? We've offsetted it a bit so that we can have it at this exact point where the start location is, and then the end location, we should, yeah, hopefully this will work. Okay, so we have the elevator, we need to go to here and set elevator at start false. Okay, so it should be updating basically where the, essentially where this is, right? Sorry, I guess not, because we didn't set the construction script now to do that. So we'll go back to the construction script. Select a vector. No, we want this to be... Sorry, undo. This plus the base is what we want for each. Boom. Okay, elevator at start, select vector, and then we'll set the transform of... We'll set the relative transform of the elevator. Set relative... sorry, location is what I meant to say, not transform. Okay. Teleports. Compile. Okay. It's still not doing that, so... And we also got to reset the elevator now. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be, like, pretty straightforward, honestly. Guess that's how everybody thinks it goes, hey, and then this happens. Alright. End location. I wonder if the cast is failing on this asset blocking. Do you know what I mean? That's, like, part of me thinks that might be the issue. Like, the cast is failing. So let's move this down. Do you know what I mean? Like, so we've already loaded this, and then we're casting to it, but there's nothing here because it's already been loaded. Like, that's just a theory that I'm coming up with right now on the fly. Let's see if I'm right. Whoops. This, I guess I gotta break this. This, that, by this over here. Compile. Let's see. Okay, elevator is not following that. Okay, so that wasn't the issue. It's just a theory I had. You never know, right? So, is the route set to movable? We're not moving the route. We're leaving the route where it is. We were moving... Well, we have the start location here that's doing its own transform. And then the elevator is always going to be parented to that. And then we're setting... this is also parented to the start location. And then we were going to set the relative location of the elevator, static mesh, to be this, right? would this not be a minus, actually? Sorry, the end would be base offset plus this. Huh. Maybe some bool to set it to false. Well, it is already. That's what this is. Elevator at start. It's already false. And that's instance editable. So yeah. This feels pretty complex for an elevator. Is there a reason we don't just set the platform and alert between the locations? I did miss some stuff. Sorry for being dumb. No, I'm trying to make it so that you can set it in the world, right? So, like, if we set 50 elevators, we don't have to go in and just, you know, move some sliders and hope it's, like, the right spot. Like, I just want something visual here. Right? Yeah, because this should work. Because I see that this value is changing. Maybe we have the wrong node. Instead of set... relative to... set actor relative location. You know, it's we want it to be specific. Set relative. I mean, this one makes sense to me though. Hey. So the new location should be like this. This makes perfect sense to me math-wise. I just don't understand why it doesn't work. So we're getting the relative location. Like relative to the root for this. Yeah, and then we're adding in our base elevator offset. Which is what it is when we start, right? So that's... Yeah, okay. Well, it works here, hey? If I move this... Look, it works in here. What if I just fucking place this? Can you delete, please, maybe? Yeah, that's fine. Delete it. And then let's just drag a new one out, because it works in the event graph. So we'll elevator at start. I can't believe that might have been the fix the entire time. Elevator at end. Okay, now that was the fix the entire time. How stupid is that? That is so dumb. Okay, anyways, elevator ends. Oh shit. I bet you if I recompile this, or I move the root like like a little bit, then it'll update it. No, it doesn't. Interesting. Why does it not update? Because it was updating when I moved it in here. Right? Windows is for the win. Linux can suck it pretty much. TG, attach it to component. Attach which to the component? Because this is attached to the start location, which is what I want. And then I want it to follow this. Oh, do I have to attach it to this one? Is that what you're saying? Sorry, undo what I just did. This actually makes sense, what I just did. Except, I see. Start location's got to be basically 0, which it is. End location, I have to 0 that out, and then does this work now? Oh, okay, and then elevator, I see. It's because we're adding it. Fuck it, let's get rid of the base then. Where else is it being used? Oh, setting it. I see. Okay, this needs to be set on begin play, though. So we need to get the start location, get world, or get relative. Get relative, I think. Relative relocation, and same thing with the end location. Set relative location. I'm sorry, get relative. I can really learn how to spell relative in this stream. And starts. Perfect, and then we'll set these starts and end. Okay, perfect, because that'll be set once we start playing, right? Okay, there's the elevator. End location will be up here, but back here. Okay, perfect. Elevator at starts. True. Interesting. Now what are you doing wrong here? Console... Sorry, elevator construction scripts. Don't need that. Start location right here. What's its relative? It's 0. End. I'm confused why this doesn't work here. Let's again. So end is set where it is. Start moves... Oh, sorry, that is the root. So if I go to start location and I move this, it still moves it. But why is it... Why is its offset, like, insane? It's still stuck to end. You know what? Yeah, I think BSG's right. Maybe this is a little too complicated in terms of this. I mean, the move elevator is gonna work, right? Yeah, the move elevator I think is gonna work. But, I mean, the construction script's pretty much confirming that it's not gonna go to the right spot. So we have it paired to end, which is fine, that's intentional. Maybe we move yeah, maybe we move instead of moving the elevator, we move the end location instead. That would actually, solve some problems. Or would it? That would probably create more problems, actually. Let's see here. Try use attach to component node. I mean, that's unnecessary because we got this, unless we reattach it. But again, that's like all these are doing is these are supposed to just be shapes in space that are I'm trying to get location data from, right? So like yeah, this I'm sure there's a easier way to do it. I mean, you know what? There is. There is. Let's go. Let's parent this to the root. Let's I'm gonna do scene components. Okay, so we'll do scene component. We'll just say start and duplicate that and end. We could just get rid of these whole things. Except I want their texts. Whoops. Start. Here it is. Okay, now I can delete start location. Delete these. Okay. In the construction scripts, we're going to get these scene renders. Start get world location. This is how they do it. I don't know why my brain literally, like, you know, high function fucking solve this in 2 seconds. Debug, or sorry, draw debug box. The extent, I mean, 10 seems appropriate. Line color, we'll make it like yellow for the start. Rotation none, duration, yeah, world duration, let's say 0.05, I guess. Okay, perfect. Development only, nice. And then we'll do one more for the ends. So we'll duplicate this. And we'll plug in ends to this. And then we'll make the line color green. Red, sure. Okay, so now we're setting... We can do, let's do the roots, like, whatever, whoever was saying, because, yes, and I just realized another problem that I think David brought up earlier as well. So anyways, look, set... We don't want the scene component, we want to set actor location. We'll teleport, and then this will be literally these start, get, world, location. And end. Oh, we can delete that. End. Here we go. Come on. Oh, I hate the draggy drag. Get it in there. Okay, and then we'll load our asset here. Perfect. Okay. What do we not like? Something's on a scene component. Yes, sure. 100%. So we'll get starts and end. Get world location. All right, everybody, let's check it out here and see if we can get it working. Okay, so we are at the elevator start, which is not there, but it is following... Oh shit, the elevator has to be cleared of all this stuff. Okay, and then move this to there, and then now we can select end, and we can move end. Sorry, let's get that text render. Let's set the defaults here so we don't do anything stupid. Text render for start is fine. For end, there. End location will be down here. And I did say to draw a debug sphere, but I don't see them. Or debug box, I should say. Are they not big enough? Thickness is 0, that's why. Sorry, thickness of 5. And thickness of 5. There we go. Do we see them? I don't see them. Extent, let's do 100 maybe? This is on end, so we should see something. We don't see nothing. Why don't you want to draw my goddamn box? Why don't you want to draw my goddamn box? Thickness is the duration. If I do 0, is that unlimited, or is that... That could be it. Oh, that actually might be it. Maybe no. Whatever, we got the text. It's good enough, right? Yeah, I don't want to spend any more time on this. I gotta get off anyway, so. Alright, so we got this, and now if we hit elevator at start, false, it should have snapped to that location, but it's not. Good God, isn't this frustrating? And get world location, scene components. Elevator at the start is false, which should be selecting B. What is the world location of this end? Well, it's down there. Oh, notice. Oh. Did I hit the text render? Did I? Is that what I did? Text renders. Not in this one. This is the elevator, the start text render. Okay, I was moving the text render and not the actual end thing. But it's still not snapping to that location. I don't know. I'm kind of perplexed by this, to be honest. This shouldn't be this stupid. Because everything should be scripted correctly. Like, I mean, shit, these aren't even working. What if I... what's happening in the trigger class in the parent script? Set the box extent. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can do that. So we should be drawing a debug sphere then. Which is not working. And then this is not updating correctly. Like, it updates correctly when we're on the, what's it called here? Starts. Well, I guess technically did it, though. Elevator at the starts. Real times, Fat Man, you always talk about how fat you are, and then you're you're just above average. You're 5'4". Start is plugged into end, and end is plugged into start. Are you talking about the function? Elevator at start, that's good, and then this is the opposite, right? Because elevator. Oh shit. Oh, is that what you mean? Oh fuck. Okay, sorry. You're right. You're right there, Mr. Fatman. You say I ignore you, but I don't. Okay, so hopefully this will work, because I gotta, like I said, I gotta get off here, so. Okay, now we go to end. I mean, end is definitely down there, so... Oh, that's on begin play anyway, Fat Man, so that wouldn't have mattered in this case, but thanks for catching that error anyway. I'm just gonna put 10 here for fun. So, okay, so it did draw the debugs. It drew this debug, which is interestingly still up there. Maybe this should be apparented to it. And then this now end, so let's get rid of that. So that's the start, and this is the end. And do we have it on end right now? This makes fucking no sense to me. Like, this should be working. This makes no sense to me. Because end is now cleared. And we have it here in the construction script. Set actor location, which is the whole thing, right? The whole thing should move. Maybe that's the issue then. Let's try this. Sometimes you just gotta get angry and talk it through, and then it all works out. So let's see. Okay, end has been cleared, and it's still not following the end. Oh, I see. I know why that's not working now. This... Every time we only... This only draws this once, so... I see. Okay, well that's fine then. That's why that wasn't working. But it doesn't explain why this doesn't work. Oh, you know what? I know why. Because if I move the route, I bet you it updates. Maybe. No, it didn't update. Okay, well let's just test it out in, like, real life here. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh shit, I didn't put any collision on the elevator. That's a problem. Sorry, I wanna control B, right? No, control E should have worked. Oh, right, it's already open, I'm stupid. Elevator... Right, it's in Biosmash World Static Meshes. Nope. Or is it in... Where the frick is it? There it is. Let's put some collision on this guy. Add a simple box collision. I don't care about the, railings right now, I just want to get this working here. There. Okay, so save that. Get this off. Hit play. I didn't want to hit play because then I started all the way back here, but that's fine. Okay, so then we'll, hit activate. Oh yeah, E. Do we move? We don't move, because they're, like, technically in the same place. Okay, well, I mean, we're gonna have to save this for next stream, because I literally don't know what the fuck's going on here. This makes no sense to me. It should be going from point A to point B, right? And, oh yeah, we had some warnings. Access none. Oh shit, of course. Maybe that's why it didn't work, hopefully. Fingers crossed. There we go. Play from here. Okay, well, I mean, it worked, technically. It just, like, fucking shot there. You know why? Because, I had the elevator speed at 0, which means it snaps to its target. So if I gotta increase that. So for the elevator speed, it's gotta be set to, how many points you want to move towards that target. So let's start at 10, and let's see how that looks. Elevator at the start is true. So that's another thing we had wrong. That'll all get set. It should all get set anyway, so let's try it again. Okay, so that number needs to be significantly less for the elevator. Instead of 10, it should be like, where did it go here? Like 1 we'll start with. Okay, and then the end location just needs to come up a little bit. This is why I want to set it in the editor, so you don't have to, like, guess, right? Yeah, so we spent, like, friggin' almost 40 minutes on that, but... Anyways, we gotta work an elevator, everybody. It's just really jittery because, we need to smooth that out here, so... 1's too high, that's why it's jittery. Okay, so sorry, back up here. Select this. 1's too high. Let's do, like... 0.05. We'll do that. We'll play from here. Yeah, just to give it that smoothing effect, you just need to have it a bit lower, so... Oh, yeah, buddy. It's still pretty jittery, so that'll be a physics fix. And yeah, that was the problem I was talking about, which is like we're leaving the console behind, right? So yeah, that's why David probably asked, hey, shouldn't we put this in the thing? Yes, that's... I still wouldn't do it that way. I would just attach it maybe as a child component then, actually. Yeah, we'll look at that next stream. But this is hella slow, so maybe that's not the right speed. So let's say elevator speed points. Let's do 0.1, and then what we're going to do is we're going to change the physics types in here. Where's the elevator? To be, where is it? Actor tick. We want this to be post physics, because that'll get rid of that jitteriness. Because it's going to do all the calculations and then smoothly update it. And it's still a little jittery. It could be just that the... Like, I want it to be a bit faster, but not like this freaking slow. Perhaps the timer should get updated then. It's right here, sorry, right here. Should it be, let's do 0.0033. I think that's like, well, hang on, what is it? Where's my calculator here? Calc. 60 divided by, fuck, what is it? Is that what it is? No, that's not what it is. I can't remember what, like, how to calculate what a frame is in time or whatever, but, I mean, this will actually... Yeah, you wouldn't put world delta time on that. What else? I just said something else, and I forgot what it was. Do we have to set everything to be on? Okay, this should be post-physics. Everything else shouldn't matter. Okay, and then, yeah, the elevator was like hella slow, so that's why I wanted to speed it up a little bit here. Elevator speed, 0.5. Let's try that. And then with those other changes, perhaps it'll be smoother. I mean, shit, yeah. That's pretty good. I mean, definitely smoother, but, we gotta go, even smaller for the size, for the, elevator speed. 0.05. We'll try that. Oh, yeah. Much smoother. That's like, that's an acceptable amount of, like, bob, I guess, hey? So... That's awesome. Yeah, okay, sweet. So we made it work an elevator with a control panel. A couple fixes we gotta do next stream, which is, make this a child actor of this, elevator so that it follows it. And that's as easy as attaching it to the start. So we'll add a child actor. Okay, and this child actor is going to be BP console. Maybe we don't have to do it next stream, just do it now. We'll pick a pile. Some of these should be instance editable still. Child actor template, blah, 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 blah. Sweet. If I delete this now. Yeah, and I'm already getting shit for not getting off, so I gotta get off here shortly. Or, like, literally pretty much now. But anyways, child actor, viewports, perspective, right there. And then can we set... the console large... child actor, rendering... Alright, we'll have to figure that out next stream. Maybe we'll have to get the owner of the thing it's attached to or something like that, but... anyways. Alright guys, well that's the end of the stream. I really appreciate you jumping in and joining me here, and of course, next week we'll be doing the exact same thing here. So I'll commit my changes here. Say added elevator. Okay, and commit. Perfect. Alright, so yeah, next week, same thing. And hopefully you guys keep doing what you're doing, and I will see you next week, of course, and keep learning till game over.